I'm going to read out this story for you guys to listen to. So this story is from a girl, and she said, I went to Dubai to eat shit for 20 million naira.
Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rukakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and a few sisters out there. Onto the Zay foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. It's going to be a quick show to the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I don't want to play the rest of it. It's quite graphical, so to speak. It's disgusting, it's vile. And I was contemplating about this. This is what people do for money. How much more are they going to do for when it's a famine? So maybe I'll play the rest in the intro or something like that. I'm not too sure. But she basically read a letter for some woman who said she was dirt poor. I think she was in Nigeria or somewhere in Africa. She was dirt poor, so she said. And she saw her friend that she haven't seen for a long time. And she was looking good. She was buying stuff. And she pretty much explained her problem. And she said, look, if you want to get some money, this is what you got to do. I got a spot where you could go eat some human excrement. And you'll make, she said 20 million but is equivalent of $50,000. So in her mind, so the woman herself, in her mind, she decides, well, it's not that bad. I could just throw it up right after I do that. You know, she was trying to find a way to escape out of the situation, like trying to downplay the situation because she was so desperate for money. And she ended up going there, but what the other woman didn't tell her, that for 7 days she would have been eating that. And if you decide to chicken out, you have to pay the people back who got you over there. Might I add, this is Dubai, the famous Dubai, right? Dubai is not a good place for women. I'll say that much. You know, if you're a man and you want to go to tourism and all this, it's a good spot for you. But women outside of America, once you leave outside America, it's open season on you, because the world doesn't see you highly as over here. In the world today, over here, they don't see you high as anymore. So it's a lose-lose situation for you women. The age of women empowerment is coming to an end. The only time women empowerment is in great power is films and shows. All right. Outside, once you leave this America, you're not welcome. You're not highly looked upon as that. But as I go on, so she said that the woman, all the women there had like a buffet of shit from all these Arabs. So she did her deed, came back, she got her money, she's going spending, and then all of a sudden, for the rest of her life, she started getting sick. She said she's throwing up blood, throwing up green shit. She's throwing up, you know, every time she walk by people, they got their nose. There's a certain stench about her. And all she did that was for fucking money. All she did that was for fucking money. All right? So it show you how low people are when it comes down to it. All right? Yeah, poverty is not good, but once you get your daily bread, roof over your head, you are good. You're in a good place. But today's society teaches you as like poverty is a curse, like being poor is a curse. And this is why people do the things that they do, all for the love of money. There was a what's that? It was a Bone Thug song, "For the Love of Money," with Eazy-E. And that's what people see. People, and all these people that you look up as influencers and celebrities, they're the worst of the worst. They do the vilest things just for a dollar. Now her conscience is eating her, but all these people's conscience was eating them when they did the vile shit. It says Mark 8:36, "For what shall it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul?" So if you gain the values of the materialistic things of this world, which comes and goes as the season, you have no comfort. You don't live good. You live a vile life. They said that the king's disease is gout. Basically, a king could eat whatever he feels like it. But if a man is, matter of fact, this was popping in my head. Let's see if I can remember. I think it's a state, not lower state. Let me see. It's an apocrypha. Should be in the 40s. There it is. 30s. Sirach 30:15 says, "Health and the good estate of the body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth." So you may be poor, but if you have your health, you are better off. All right, you far better off. Those wealthy people that's in a wheelchair that can't do nothing with their money, they wish they could have legs. You know, in this world, once you are whole and you have value or wealth, you're good. But that's not gonna come for us Israelites. That's not gonna come until the kingdom. But these people do the most vilest things for a piece of paper, all right, or a piece of gold, whatever the money is. That's what they'll do the vile shit for. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. 1 Peter 5:8, it says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour." And how is the devil going to devour you? By tempting you. The scripture tells you in Job, the first chapter, how Job, one of the sons of God, was Satan, all right, which he is. He came up to present himself to the Most High, and it was a God's bet. The Lord was basically betting Satan that Job, no matter what goes on in his life, he won't lose his integrity. All right. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Just not that going, but Job 13:15. It says, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain my own ways before him." So though the Lord slew Job, meaning that he killed Job? No, he destroyed everything that was around him. Satan's job was to pretty much take everything for Job. So Satan was doing his job. All right? And the majority of these people are bought for cheap. Straight up and down. They cheap. They don't have no value. The first people that would turn on you is a woman. Matter of fact, let me see who is in Job, this first chapter. Since I'm here. It says, Job. Let me just see. I'm just typing it. I think it's the second chapter, but. Job 2:10. It says, but he said, matter of fact, let's go up. Then said his wife, Job's wife, his rib, all right, the one that shares his life with, who had all his children with, who's supposed to be with him to thick and thin, ups and downs. Well, she wasn't with him when he was down. All right, women have the tendency of jumping shift when they sense danger coming. They're not real loyal. All right, they're not real loyal. And then she proved it. It says, then said the wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? And the answer to that is yes. It says, curse the Most High and die. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High, and shall not receive evil? And in all this did not Job sin with his lips. So Job maintained, but his wife didn't. She was never no good. This is why women tend to go do the Dubai trip. Dubai is not there. They don't go to Dubai because you gotta understand, Dubai is not. The Middle East, all right, is strictly a man's world. All right, everything attends. When you leave in America, for all you people that never been outside of this, once you leave America, all these little privileges or these little protective boundaries that you may think women bestow, like there's something unique here in America, that shit's thrown out the window. Outside of America, women know their place. They will hunt you down. They will try to be with you. All right. They know value when they see it. Only in fairy tale land, Disneyland, that's called America, that they don't know no value. All right. Dubai is not made for women. I should put that in. Well, that's a good idea. If I don't do that for now, I'll do it for later. But Dubai is not made for women. All right, it's not made for you. So if you hear a woman saying that she's going to Dubai, believe it or not, she's trying to sell her ass with some fiat currency because she believes once she comes over here that she could hide amongst the rest of the trash. All right, because that's what they are. Why would you do that for? Why would you sell yourself so short for something that's detrimental to your health? And the woman even said, like, her health declined. So she had that little wealth, that little pocket money, and now she's worse off than when she was in straight poverty. Because at least she had her health. She probably was a decent looking woman. Now nobody wants to deal with her. All right, but over here, I guarantee you, everybody would the options would be anonymous, because once again, it's that this America is that these Americans live in that delusional state. Okay, all that for fucking cash. 1 Timothy 6:10, I believe. For the love of money is the root of all evil. So you love something so much that you're willing to degrade yourself to the lowest point, where you will take in people's undesirables out of their body and devour it, not once, several times, and now you sick as a dog. All right, a lot of these people are sick not because of, obviously because of their diet and so forth, but a lot of them are sick because what the hell they did to get you know what. All right, to get those FRN notes, to quote unquote to get themselves out of poverty. Now they fucking worse off than they was before. That's why the Lord said that like pretty much the rich, it's hard for the rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven, because they don't want to give up. Look what all these celebrities got to do. in order to maintain good faith, they gotta do the vilest shit. Stay drugged up and pretend like nothing happened, like nothing's going on. As long as they can fool the masses and believing that this is the best route for them and their family, but not knowing that they put a curse upon themselves. It says which while coveted after they have erred. So you covered, of course. It says money is a defense. So if you're defenseless, but the Lord is there, all right. But that's money. Having an X amount of money is not the end all to be all. That's just a bandage. All right, it's just a bandage. This world's not made for the meek and the low. This world is meant for the wicked. So, in order for you to maintain any sort of life, you have to be part of the wicked. It says from the earth from the faith, because obviously people go to church, even though the churches be not speaking the truth, there is some sort of truth to certain things. Yet they basically said, I will never forget, what's the song? Jimmy Cliff, The Harder They Come, The Harder They Fall. That song is a great song. But there's a two-part, there's one sensible route that he says, why would he gotta die to get a piece of the pie in the sky? That makes no sense. But when you watch the film of The Harder They Come and The Harder They Fall, it's the same thing like any other drug related movie. Yeah, you get your 2 seconds of fame and fortune, like Scarface and Nino Brown, New Jack City and all these other movies, but they don't last. It doesn't last. This shit is not everlasting. So you threw out all the point of just living by the means of the Most High, like having faith. You erred on that just for a moment, for a cute season, that you was doing good, and remain destroyed for the rest of your life. That's why the scripture says, what would a man do for to gain the whole world and soul? Because the majority of people don't understand. In order to be a part of this world, you got to do the vilest things. And what that woman was reading about that particular woman was vile as hell. That was one of the lowest forms. The other lowest form is a lot of these celebs got to give up. You know what? The a-holes. All right. That's the vilest thing you can do as a man, and you doing it for money and fame. How evil is that? All right. Yeah. The brother was talking about that. Like, all these celebrities, was it worth it? At the end of the day, is all that shit worth it? And here it is, the jig is up. What these people had to do in order to get it, and guess what? People still decide they want to do that, knowing that the information is more public than it ever was. Show you how vile this society is, this world is. This generation is doomed. All right, doomed. The same way Job's wife flipped on him, the same way all these people are flipping. It says, and pierce themselves through with many sorrows. Yeah, because it's not going to end well. All right, it's not going to end well. It says, but thou, O man of the Most High, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, and meekness. This is the formula of survival. All right, this is the formula of survival. Surviving what? This world. All right, Let everybody get their 15 minutes of fame, of scamming and so forth. It only lasts for so long. You know, it only lasts for so long. And the scripture says, fight the good fight. Right. Because this thing of ours is not a thing of making it. Let me see, get me the scriptures in my head. It's in Corinthians. Yep. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. They have no temptation. Temptation is when you look it up. Matter of fact, let me look it up. Let me use the other one. Simple basic word everybody should know, right? Temptation is
Strong's G 3986 Pyrasmas.
alright, an experiment, attempt, trial, proven. So all men, women are tempted to prove themselves. What side of in history are you a part of? Actually, there's a little bit more. It says, trial proven, the trial made of you by by my bodily condition, since condition served as the test, the love of the Galatians towards Paul. The trial of man's fidelity, integrity, virtue, consistency. I mean, I don't have to explain nothing else. That's what the temptation is all about. So when Job was tested, he was being tested of his, he was on trial of his integrity. What would he do? And that was a place in the scriptures to show us, despite whatever happens, which I gotta do the showing this, whatever happens, if you do the right thing in the sight of the Lord, you will get it back. All right. And it says, and there was more to it, but I just want to get to the point. They have no temptation taken, but such as common to man. So that moment when that woman saw her bestie, all right, she saw the flashy jewels. She was probably looking decent. She didn't think nothing at the moment. That was a test. That was a complete test. She didn't think nothing of it. She didn't pray on it. All right, she just said, you know what? She's making money. If she can do it, I can do it. Right at that moment, that's when she fucked up. Instead of really, because what the woman said, she didn't even hesitate. She didn't even, her other side of her conscience, you know, you have the angel on your right side, which is the righteous angel, and you got the demon on your left side. The angel of the right side came, she's like, Eps, I don't want to hear you. So she kicked it, like you see when you see those cartoons. She kicked the angel on the right side, and she kicked him off and duplicated the angel on the left hand side. So she completely failed that test. It says, but the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. So if the one door is closed, another door will open, and you have to believe that. You got to believe that. All these, like I said, all these people that do these things for riches, they had options. They literally, clearly had options. And their options, they did not exercise because they had no faith, period. It says, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that which you are able, but with the temptation also make a way to escape. So if she probably said, no, I won't do such a thing like that, and then she might find money on the floor that day, and she said, let me take my chance on playing the lotto or doing something and going scratch off, she probably gonna get that money right then and there. Nope, but she decided to go that route, showing how vile a person that she was. And that's the majority of these people. All right, they don't believe there's an escape route. They believe that what they're going through is the end all to be all. There is an escape route. There's always been an escape route, so that you may be able to bear it. So people have no excuses. Period. All right? None. You got no excuses. All right? And that's why the scripture, we focus on the elect of the nation of Israel. I'm just using this as an example how vile these people in the world is. All right? And they are vile. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.